Hi guys, so I've been down a while, which gave me plenty of time to really follow the Johnny Depp versus Amber Rose trial. So for those that have not been following, Johnny Depp, guy from Pirates of the Caribbean, Captain Jack Sparrow, he sued his ex-wife Amber Heard for 50 million that she defamed him, and she also countersued that he claims that she's lying about a post that she made where she called him a wife beater and abuser has made her suffer losses. So she was suing for 100 million. That was a direct exaggeration. So for the past 3 weeks, they've been in and out of court. And firstly, when the case started, I felt for Amber Heard. I was like, oh, Johnny, from what he acted in the movie, it seemed like he had violent tendencies and all that, But when she got on the stand, her story became inconsistent. Our lawyers were struggling to work on our emotion to make her more believable. Now, trust me, I follow this trial every day live. They were live streaming on different platforms. I followed Fox Live on Facebook. And then Johnny got on the stand. You could actually tell the difference. Like when someone is being sincere, there's a way their thoughts, their remark calls out to you. So Johnny called out to a lot of us. I was in the comment section and a lot of domestic violence people came out to say they've experienced it and they find Johnny more relatable than Amber. And of course, our stories were crazy and she kept changing them over the course of the 3 weeks. Now, she claimed that the Johnny Depp abused her countless times and even raped her with a bottle on one of those accounts. Now, there was no medical proof that she was ever abused or ever in any of those states that she portrayed. She also testified that she has always known Johnny to wear rings, and she said Johnny constantly punched her on her face, broke her nose and all that, and there was no medical evidence, nor were there any pictorial evidence from all the things that she brought out to show that really happened. Because and then as God will have it, if you're lying, if your story is not straight and the other party does enough digging, there'll always be trails everywhere. The next day after she claimed that Johnny Depp had abused her with his hefty ring, like he beat her very well, and she covered them up with makeup to come out, she made public appearances. She went to an award show. She was in a TV show. Like, it was crazy, and none of those bruises, swellings that would actually have come if she was giving that degree of abuse were actually visible. So that made a lot of people to start to question her. And she came and started hitting on the fact that Johnny was a drug abuser, he was a junkie. And as the trial went on, we also realized that Amber Heard also equally did drugs. And then, you don't want to listen to the audios she put up where she was teasing and taunting him. Like, you have to have a lot of self-control not to hit that kind of woman, because it was very demeaning. And then she brought out another video of Johnny acting everywhere, breaking cupboards and everywhere. Now, that was wrong. But we also found out that it was a day after his mother's death, not justifying the violence, and even when she tried to photograph him on most occasions, we see him destroying his property but never hitting her. So just imagine that you are videotaping a violent monster, like she called him on stand. You are videotaping a monster and he's in one of his rage moments, and then he finds you with a camera. He does nothing but comes to take the camera from you. He doesn't eat you. You are even seen afterwards with the camera smiling and smirking and laughing at him. I don't think a lot of people would have survived to tell that story. There are a lot of inconsistencies, guys. Inconsistencies were a lot. I'm not going to support Johnny wholeheartedly because I believe that he was more mature, should have handled better. His using drugs made her more believable for the years and years that he had to suffer, but she was also equally abusive. So if I was going to give a final verdict on the case, I would tell everybody, go home. You're not getting any money, guys. Just leave my courtroom, both of you. But I'm happy that Johnny has been able to clear his name, and it seems like Amber Heard's staged the whole thing, because the pictures were not, or maybe she didn't stage it, but she kind of exaggerated the extent, the story. She exaggerated the story. You got a broken nose, you never made it to the ER, you were raped with a bottle, you never saw a gynecologist, you just took sleeping pills and you slept off. And the 911 calls she made, and then, she also tipped up a magazine that she was going to the courthouse, and they actually knew side of her face that she would be teething to get the perfect shot of the domestic abuse photos. So guys, the final verdict will be out in a few days. They say there's an holiday in the US on Monday, so we're hoping that by Tuesday the final verdict should be out. It shouldn't be so difficult for the jury to bring out a verdict. I'm rooting for Johnny though, but I don't think he's entirely not guilty, although I see that. Although he admitted his own fault, which is why I'm rooting for him, but Amber was so defensive. It was everybody's fault except for hers, which is something that I personally have a problem with. You can't be taunting and verbally abusing someone like that. You also admitted to hitting him when your lies got to, and then you still want to claim the victim. No, from the evidence that I have seen, from my own judgment, my own opinion, I feel like she abused him more while he abused his house and property. All right, so from time to time, I'll be giving you my opinion on trending topics. This is my first. You get to hear from me more frequently, once a week, twice a week, I don't know, but let's see where this leads. You should subscribe, turn on your notification, send me your comments, just reach out to me and let's discuss this. What do you think? I would really like to know. My name is Shalaya Edson. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.